Hello, my fellow Americans. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One. Well, he did it. Amnesty, 5 million. But you know, government numbers are never right. See, if the number's really higher, they'll tell you a lower number. And if the number's really lower, they'll tell you a higher number. So we know 5 million is probably more like 8 million, 10 million, 12 million. It's just a mess. I don't know what his end game is. But see, now the Republicans are throwing down the gauntlet. They filed a lawsuit against Obamacare. Question is, they've been sitting on this for a while. It's kind of like a retaliatory strike. Why did they just do it if it's the right thing to do? See, that's what's wrong with politics in Washington. They never do the right thing because it's the right thing. There's always something else in the mix. And they know what the answers are, but because they're bought and paid for by big corporate, they don't do it. It's just case after case, time after time. But this is just basically, once again, just a slap in America's face that this guy, Obama, just ignores the will of the people, the will of the majority of the people, and just says, okay, no, we'll let these illegal aliens become citizens, even though they came here illegally. But you see, one of my buddies, Bruce, shout out to you, sent an email, and he pointed out something that is very interesting. He says that there's a law that basically it's treason if you aid these people. And since Obama's done that, he's committed treason. I don't know if it's really pursuable or not, because I asked for the exact site and he hasn't gotten back to me. But if there is such a law, and it's on the books, then they can have them for treason. It's that simple. Will they is another question. Probably not. But what I'm thinking is, if that law is really on the books, if we can get somebody in each one of the 50 states to file a claim against Obama saying that he's committed treason, then whatever state he's in, all you need to do is get a sheriff or somebody, and he can be arrested and held on charges. It'd be that simple. But of course, probably wouldn't happen. I think the only sheriff in the country that would do that, Sheriff Joe down in Maricopa County, Arizona. He'd love to put the handcuffs on Obama. And I think there's a bunch of us who like to see that happen, because he's out of control. Congress isn't doing anything to keep the checks and the balances, and the Supreme Court, forget those idiots. So you see, my fellow Americans, once again, we're getting the short end of the stick. We're getting the shaft. We're getting screwed. We're being ignored. And we're just taking it. So all I can do is ask you is to wake up and smell the tyranny.